where stories ignite. Every spark and ember glows with tales tonight. We'll read, you'll choose, endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. Heroes rise and fall in lands both near and far. Mysteries unravel under moon and star. Twists and turns behind each door. Every page holds something more. Come closer now, the fire's warm. Adventures calling evermore. We'll read, you'll choose, endless quest, fireside tales, and me. Every path we take leads to worlds we've yet to see. So stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just So stoke the flames and turn the page. Our endless tale has just begun.
Greetings. From the Hilt cautions that this program may contain mature content that includes adult language, sexual innuendos, and other some such content. Sam Nolikey warns that it could get a bit funky fresh up in here with the best community on YouTube. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings. I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer, and I'm going to be your narrator tonight. As we take a crack at another Endless Quest book, tonight it's going to be Dungeons of Dread. We're going to hang out for a little bit and just chat because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of folks here yet. So we'll put on a little bit of music and just chill out for a minute. Let's try... I think it's just you and me. So welcome, Tiger. It's just one of those nights. It's the first from the Hill Live this year, so we'll see how this goes. But within about 5 minutes, I'll be reading one way or another. So maybe we'll play with the cat who seems annoyed that the door is closed. There you go. You hit on it. There you go, Buddha. So yeah, like I said, tonight we're reading Dungeon of Dread. My copy is the cover is off, but the opportunity to show the first picture, which I have no idea where it goes because we don't know yet. Let's see. Looks like the hero of the story and a halfling, which I think is his adventure companion, but we'll get into it. A big odd footprint that may be an animal or a giant, like an animal. That'd be my guess, or maybe a giant skeleton. Should be fun. Fly out together. So yeah, we had a really good year last year, and we're doing pretty good this year. So hold on for a bit and see if anybody else shows, because we got the tiger, who I guess that'll work. We're just hanging out right now and see what's going on. Give it a couple more minutes. I'll just go ahead and start reading. Usually people join in a little bit. Just worried some of these pages might come off. This book is really old, but I'll be careful with it. Strange print. Read on in the book or the cover. Looks like it's the same either way. The picture? Oh, the footprint. There you go. The picture, yes. Giant footprint that they're looking at. Yeah, it should be fun. Find out what that is. Let me see here. See if I can get this. This banner turned off here. We don't need that anymore. Okay. Couldn't tell if it's a lizard or a monkey or what. Yeah, not too sure. Hello, Spine Ticks. Welcome, Sith Morley. We're just kind of waiting around to see if anybody else shows up. Might play my intro video again. It was pretty good, but I don't think anybody really saw it. But people are watching the replay. Yes, sir. Spine Ticks in the house. Hope you're doing well tonight, sir. Well, like I said, tonight we're reading Dungeon of Dread. I'll put the cover up there. Take a good look. Very nice cover, I thought. Now mine is an off shade. If I can get this up here right next to it, but it's the same cover. The one on the screen is actually the newer version. Mine is the original, so that's pretty cool. I can check and see which printer this is. And this book is written by Rose Estes. Who wrote, I'm pretty sure, like the first 8 Endless Quest books. Let me see here. Yep. This is second printing, July 1982. But they made a lot of these, so let's see what you got here. Hello, Michael Chad. How you doing? This off my face. And it looks like we're about ready to get started. We got 3 people. That's enough. You're now addicted to Baldur's Gate. Cool. Creepy looking dude. You want to play Baldur's Gate 3? So do I. Tiger says she's been playing Hogwarts Legacy. Cool. Well, Michael Chad, what we do here is we read the book. We get to a choice. The Chad decides. So this should be a lot of fun. All right, so let me turn down my music just a little bit, and we will get started. Just add some background music going. That ought to do. Let me see here. Spy Tick says, Tiger Starcross, I learned the hard way not to unequip undergarments. My character was in camp with his wing shucks looking at the wind. I did not know that about Baldur's Gate 3, but that's interesting. All right, today we're reading the very first Endless Quest book, and again, like I said, it's by Rose Estes. And welcome to a journey into the world of fantasy. The adventure into the Dungeon of Dread is a Dungeons & Dragons adventure. You will find a complete adventure between the covers of this book with many possible courses of action. Some choices are simple, some are sensible, some are foolhardy, and some are dangerous. You must make all the decisions. Remember, your choice determines the outcome of your adventure. Hello, Hack. How you doing? I'm saying that right, sir. Welcome to the show, sir. We're reading an Endless Quest book. You guys get to decide what happens. It's a lot of fun. It looks like we got Cool Gamer in the house too. Hello, sir. Make sure we keep up with the chat as best I can here as I read. In this book, you play the part of a human fighter. As an adult, you stand at 5'9" tall. That's the same height as me. And weigh about 150 pounds. You are smart and have survived many adventures using little more than your wits. You are well schooled in the use of weapons and are a powerful opponent. Looks like we got Rook of all in the house. Welcome, Rook. How you doing? Cell phone. Welcome, sir. Any chance you can share the pages with us? Now, you know what? I do have a PDF of this particular book. And if you guys want, everybody says that's what they want to do, I can bring it up. But we haven't done that so far. So far, I've just read the book and let you guys choose. So, what do you say, chat? You want me to bring up the PDF? I'll read this next paragraph and you guys can give me your answers. Carry a sword and a dagger and wear a long sleeve green tunic over leather breeches. Fine leather boots guard your feet. A long green hunter's cloak protects you from the cold. You carry a flask of oil, a tinder box, a length of rope, and other gear. A leather pouch tied to your belt, and food and water in a sack slung over your shoulder. Good luck and good adventuring. Rook says she's doing good. That's nice to hear. And I'm doing okay, Rook. I'm having fun tonight. Going to read an Endless Quest here for everybody and have everybody help decide. So what do you guys think? Should I put it up on the screen or just go old school and do theater of the mind? So you guys, I'll read this next page and we'll see what everybody has to say about it. You have stopped for the night in a strange forest, tired after a long day's walk. The area seems eerie and strange. There is no moonlight, so the shadows are very black. The air is still and heavy. Even the usual night noises of small birds and animals are missing. Ordinarily, you would have pressed on through the dark woods to the nearest town, but this night, you are too tired. You are too tired to even take another step. Let's see. Let me see. Pack says, I'm a bad reader, so I'd rather you read. I was going to read anyway, but that's cool. Tiger likes listening to me, so that's 2 for listening. Rook says, bank in a strange forest, hired after a long day from us. There it seemed eerie and stained. There was no more life. Shadows are very blast. The air is it's still heavy, even if you're right. Let's see. Hack says, thank you, Spine6 for yes. I'm glad to be back and going to grind away. Cool. Nice to have you back around. The cell phone says, oh, snap, this is an adventure? Yes, sir. Okay. All right. I'll keep a reading. Sounds good to me. Okay, wrapping your cloak firmly around yourself, you lie down upon a soft bed of moss with your sword close at hand. You are soon fast asleep. You dream that summer breezes ruffle your clothes. A strong breeze tugs at your cloak. You slowly awaken. Breeze. There is no breeze. The night is calm. Your reflexes scream an alarm, and you awaken, eyes snapping open. You see a 3-foot-tall halfling, probably a thief, quietly searching your clothes. In one smooth, swift movement, you jump to your feet and grab the unlucky halfling by the scruff of his neck. The halfling's eyes shine in the moonlight, and his fear is easy to see. Well, halfling, can you give me one reason why I should feed you to the crows? Let me see. Rook says, let's have some old school fun. That's what we're already on it. Thank you, Rook. Well, this channel from the hilt is my inner circle close channels. So you're good company here, Hack. Yes, sir. Spine6 for life. We'll be seeing him on Saturday night. Let's see. Don't remember how I got here, but I'm glad to be here. Well, sum up and click on the notifications, and you'll get my shenanigans at least 3 times a week. We got generally a game early on in the week, about Sunday or Monday, but usually on Monday nights. Thursdays we do a review most of the time. Next week we won't be having one. And Fridays we do our regular live show, Fridays from the Hill. So you'd be welcome to join us. You have a terrible memory? That's all right. Let me see. Yeah, Saturdays are for Spine6. Found Logan here at D&D. and brought him into the comics community. I love comics too, man. And Spine Took Sense has been hanging out. It's been fun hanging out with you, Logan. Appreciate that. Me and Tiger like hanging out with you too, bud. Okay, that works. Okay, let us continue. Halfling. Oh, please, don't do that, whines the halfling. I'm just a poor, hungry halfling named Loris. I'm no danger to anyone. Why, I just now escaped a terrible fate. If you spare me and feed me, I'll tell you where to find all the treasure in the world. You hesitate, then lower him to the ground, saying, I have no need for all the world's riches, but what you say sparks my interest. I will spare your life and feed you if your story interests me enough to pay for my lost sleep. But I warn you, the tale does not. I will feed you to the crows. Carefully watching the halfling, you gather dry wood from beneath the trees to start a fire. Soon you, the halfling, share its welcome warmth. Its bright light holds back the shadows of the night. You brew mugs of strong tea as the halfling falls ravenously on a mutton leg and round of cheese. He eats as though it has been years since he last saw food. Halfling, you spoke of treasure and adventure. Urge, trying not to show your curiosity. You, looking like a trustworthy fellow, you just tried to rob me. Okay. Let me see. Tiger says we collect collections here. Yes, that's true. Evening, Black Widow. We're happy to see you. Welcome. We're reading this quest book tonight. You guys get to make the choices. Feeding dogs. Yes. No worries. Yep. All right. So we got Loris, the halfling, wipes his mug with a grimy finger, searching for any sugar his tongue might have missed. All the while his large brown eyes flicker about, calculating his chances for escape. He studies the strong grace of your movements, your mirror bright shield glinting in the firelight, and your sword hanging within easy reach, its hilt polished with use. Wiping his mouth with the back of his hand, the halfling sighs and stares into the flickering fire. Aye, 'tis true. 'Tis a marvelous tale, and truthful too. But there are hardly any who will believe it when I get back to my home. Well, try me. I'm always ready for a good tale. And if you still owe me for dinner and you still owe me for dinner and your life, I'll tell you, says the halfling, fixing you with a shrewd look. But you may wish you had never asked. Settling back against the tree stump, a faraway look comes into his eyes, and the halfling begins his tale. I've lived around these parts all my life, and a right pleasant place it was until the magic user showed up. Calvin, he calls himself. No one knows who he is or where he came from. One day he wasn't here, the next he was. Things soon began to change for the worse. People grew poor and sickly, crops withered, and livestock weakened and died. And throughout our troubles, the magic user grew rich and powerful. We got us a picture there of them sitting by the fire as he begins to tell his yarn, I should say. At last, people had their fill. Gathering their courage, they came upon Calvin in the middle of the night, burned his house down, and drove him from the town. He fled to these woods and claimed them as his own. We townsfolk stay far from the woods, but travelers who choose not to listen to our warnings enter the woods and are never seen again. Think the halfling thought? That's a possibility. I was always too smart for my own good, sighs the halfling. One day I decided I would learn the secret of the woods, the missing travelers, and perhaps figure out how to kill the wizard. If I could do that, I could return to the village as a rich hero. So one morning, without even a goodbye to the missus, I slipped into the woods. We do this about once a month, Hack. Usually the first or second Thursday of the month. We do this. It's part of our Thursday night review lineup. Our Friday show is from the Hill. Yes, Friday's from the Hill. Hello, Joe Mansman. Yo, Joe, sir. Welcome. Read the Dallas Quest book, and you're welcome to participate. All right. He left without saying goodbye to his missus, slipped into the woods. I explored every inch of the evil woods and found nothing. Finally, I came to a mountain just outside the forest. I was cold and tired, so I crawled up on a ledge of rock to rest. I was going to sit for a moment before I went home. I must have fallen asleep, for the next thing I knew, I woke up to find Calvin standing over me. You know, Joe, fist in air. I like that. That's cool, Joe. You can hang out as long as you like, and you're welcome to participate, whether you hang around for the full book or not. Okay. Now that the wizard's standing over the halfling, he says, "So you wanted to find me, halfling?" he said. "Well, now you have, and I wager you'll get more than you bargained for." With a wave of his hand, he put a spell on me, so I couldn't move, and slid me over his shoulder like a trussed-up rabbit. Then we slipped through an opening in the side of the mountain. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Welcome. Got Bobby Catalano in the house. Welcome. Let me see. Hack says, "I usually go live Saturday on my channel, but I might change to Friday because I can't watch Spine Ticks." Well, that's what I'm on, is Fridays. But I have subbed up to you, I'm pretty sure, sir. I saw you on another live the other night. Probably Spine Ticks. Hey, Tiger. Hey, from the hill. Thanks, Bobby. Nice to see you. All right. Got him all trussed up. Let's find out what happens. Let me see. Shadow. Okay. He's always want my attention. More so when I go live. All right. I cannot and will not tell you all of the frightening things I saw. I don't even want to think of them, shudders the halfling. He carried me to the very center of the mountain, maybe the center of the world for all I know. But there I saw the treasure, and all the treasure of the world. "You wanted to rob me," said Calvin, "so look upon my treasure. You will always know just how much you have lost. Those who seek danger foolishly always find it." Bobby says, "Well, if it helps, I'm not going live." You can join some of the rest of us if you like. That'd be cool. Let me see. "Those who know how to handle both danger and wealth are few and far in between. You are lucky. I feel generous. I shall let you go and not even change you into a newt, as you deserve. When you return to your home, none will believe you. Your friends will think you have been drinking fermented corn juice in the woods and have made this story up to cover your absence. They will laugh at you. Only you will know what you have beheld and lost. Now be gone!" Black smoke came out of his fingertips. When it cleared, I found myself in these dark woods, alone and hungry. Lars stares into the fire for a long time without speaking. Finally, he rouses himself and says, with a shaky laugh, "You can see now, I'm just a poor halfling of no harm to or help to anyone." Okay. I gotta tell us how we feel here. You feel sorry for the forlorn little halfling, and are curious about both the evil wizard and his fabulous treasure. Strangely enough, you do believe the tale. Tiger says, "I feel suspicious." Even though the little man is clad in a grimy patched cloak and has one toe peeking through his tattered leather boots, his eyes hold a stubborn look that says, "I'm not a quitter." Life has used the halfling hard, yet he has courage. If he were given encouragement and a fair chance, he might prove a worthy companion. "Loris," you say gently, "could you find that opening in the mountain again?" The halfling stares at you for a moment before he answers. "Surely I could, but it would mean your death. Calvin would not allow you to survive as he did me. I was a moment's amusement, but you would be a serious threat. Anyway, the monsters would get you first. They're scary. I don't remember them clearly, but I remember enough to give me nightmares for the rest of my life. You're crazy to even think about going in there. You couldn't get me to go back in there for a zillion gold pieces." Fold your arms and stare at the halfling, tapping your fingers against your shoulders. Laura shakes his head and says, "I see nothing I say will persuade you. As the wizard said, those who search for danger will find it. Who could tell? You might even succeed where I fail. I will take you to the rock, at least, It will prove I spoke the truth. Gathering your few possessions, you quickly break camp and follow the halfling into the dark woods. The night is dark. Without the halfling's knowledge of the way, you would be hopelessly lost. Trees loom out of the darkness, brambles clutch at your legs, and sharp stones cut into the soles of your boots. At last, the mountain rises before you, silhouetted against the night. The halfling searches about for a while, then cries, "Aha! Here it is!" A large dark crack looms in the mountain before you. Who needs sleep here? Okay. You turn to the halfling, almost expecting him to have disappeared, but he has remained faithfully by your side, instead of scurrying off into the night as soon as you found the opening. Halfling, what will happen to you if you return to your village, you ask? Lawrence laughs a bitter laugh. If I tell the truth, me missus will scold me. She's a hard woman. If I don't tell the truth, she'll still yell at me for disappearing and not talk to me. Although that might be a blessing. I will just go back to being little Loris, the baker's helper. Loris, you say? It took great heart and courage to try such a dangerous task. Would you consider joining me on a second adventure? Calvin will never expect you to return. With your assistance, we may defeat this evil wizard. If we succeed, you will return home a hero. Thereafter, you will be known as Loris the Brave. The halfling looks down at the ground, his shoulders sagging. I couldn't do it, he whispers. I'm not a fighter. Pick somebody who won't let you down. I don't want someone else. I need you and I want you. You can do it if you believe in yourself. Besides, you owe me, you little blow. After a long pause, the halfling looks up into your eyes and pulls out his beard. Do you really need my help? Do you really think I could do it? I'll be honest, I'm scared. Much of what I saw seems like a nightmare to me. All scary and creepy and blurry, but I would like to be Loris the Brave. A real adventurer, he uses. One that might actually succeed. You're strong and handy with your weapons. I bet you're tricky too. More of a challenge for that wizard than I am. But I've been there. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can do it. What do I have to lose? You missus scolds me and others laugh at my size. There is not much to lose and lots to gain. Welcome, Rudini. Hello, Ray. How you doing? No worries. We haven't even gotten to the first choice yet, so you are just on time. Warrior and a halfling, and we're the warrior. We've convinced this little halfling to join us after he tried to rob us. Ray says, I need sleep. Been up since 1 p.m. yesterday. Okay. So we're about to enter a cave that the halfling showed us. That's payment for not killing him for trying to rob us. Story about treasure and an evil wizard. Let's find out. His voice fades as he thinks to himself. Finally he shouts, yes, I'll do it. I'm your man if you want me. Bert whisked you away with his words. Yeah, he has a tendency to do that, but I had to go. I had to do this. Yeah, Tiger just woke up herself. Can you handle a weapon, you asked the halfling. I've had little call to use one as a baker's helper, but I know the basics. Every child learns, replies the halfling. I'm loyal and very strong. Well spoken, Loris. I have met giants who bore the hearts of mice. People should never judge a man by his size. The things that matter, truth, loyalty, courage, and honor will never be found on a yardstick. Interesting, a yardstick. And we hear the song, We Need a Hero. Night shift, yeah. Yeah, I've been there, man. Night shift. I prefer it, actually. Okay. The halfling smiles up at you, his round eyes rimmed with bright tears. Come, no time for tears. Now then, I am called Carrick. Clasp my hand and let us swear our loyalty to each other and to our mission. The halfling slides his small leathery hand into yours, and you soon swear the oath. Well, you say, there's no reason to stay. Let the adventure begin. You look at the stars and breathe deeply of the clean, crisp air. Then with your hand wrapped firmly around the hilt of your sword, you step into the opening. Inside all is quiet. It appears a simple cave. Even though the halfling's tale sounded true, you questioned it just for a moment. As your eyes grow accustomed to the darkness, you see a skeleton leaning against the wall in one corner, staring at the opposite wall. A small shield lies at its side. With a little polishing, it might shine as brightly as your own. You pick the shield up and give it to Loris, also handing him your dagger. The halfling takes the weapon and shield, holding the dagger gingerly with his fingertips. It's not going to bite you, you say. Hold it firmly. Be ready. Don't strike until you're certain of your target. And once you begin, do not falter. I'll try to do my best, Loris says, putting the dagger in his belt. I'm scared, but I won't let you down. He begins polishing the shield. Your eyes follow the skeleton's gaze and see a message scrawled in red on the wall of the cave. Watch the water that is not water, and beware the basilisk. Tiger, I just met you. This crazy but adventure with me, maybe. But this is crazy. But adventure with me, maybe. Yeah, well, you gotta have a song going with it, I guess, too. The rest of the cave is empty, except for a pile of leaves and twigs in the west corner, and a hole in the wall under the message. Well, Loris, where do we go from here? I do not know, the halfling replies. I do not remember any trails, just some of the things I saw. All right, here's our first choice, everybody. If you wish to investigate the hole in the wall, turn to page 13. If you wish to check the pile of leaves in the corner, turn to page 15. So investigate the hole in the wall, or check out the pile of leaves in the corner. This will be our first mulligan page, I guess. Let me get a drink. I did not say that, Ray, but I figured that you would. Glory. Yep, Hack says, I'd say hole. Yes, sir. Pile. Okay. So we got one for hole, one for pile, and two for hole in the wall. Let's have the hole in the wall. That used to be a crazy little game show. All right. Two for hole, one for pile. Anybody else want to weigh in? Otherwise, it's the hole in the wall. Shit, I have a rep. Just a little bit. That's okay, bud. Wrong hole. Yes, sir. Nobody wants to investigate the pile, but heck, okay. Nobody wants piles, man. You don't know what's going on here, Bobby? Well, the way this works is the book presents a choice, and you guys vote on it, and we go with whoever has the most votes. So at the moment, our options are to investigate a hole in the wall or investigate a pile of leaves. It's up to you guys. So far, we got two for hole and one for pile of leaves. Rudy wants to probe the port. So that's three for hole. I don't know. I was hoping he'd be here tonight, Ray. Victor, I've seen him most of the week, so he knew it was on tonight. He may have been busy, though. You never know. People have lives, I know. So I catch it in the replay. Yes, interactive reading. That's correct, Bobby. See, my old roommates did tell me once it's just a mouth in the just a mouth in the dark. That's high quality H2O. I don't know what that. Do you know where that hole is, man? Okay, guys. Sandburger's hole is winning. All right, so we got. Let me see. We got three for hole. So I'm guessing, Bobby, you're the only other one who can cast a vote, so it really won't matter. It looks like we're going to check out the hole. Okay, that's just on the very next page. And we got a picture right off the bat. It's fun right there the whole time. Yes, sir, but you need a W on that hole. You assess with Marvin the Martian. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it looks like they're about ready to go down like maybe a natural staircase. It's like they got two images of it, maybe a reflection. I don't know. You guys tell me if I get this to focus. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. I'll keep it on the Mulligan page. You peer through the narrow hole and see that it is a stairway leading down into the mountain. Lars follows you and remains close to your side. Let me see. That leads to more questions. Yes, what's under his skirt? Okay. The stairway has been carved out of solid rock. Mica flakes reflect a dim, flickering light at the bottom of the stairs. The flakes sparkle and shine as you pick your way down the winding steps. Your soft leather boots make no sound as you move. The light slowly grows brighter as you descend. You see the source of the light. The stairway ends in a smooth rock corridor. Another corridor opens to your left. Two creatures no more than 3 feet tall stand 10 paces away. They have no hair, but are covered with a scaly black hide. A sharp, bony crest runs up their backs and ends in 2 sharp horns upon their head. One creature holds a short sword in its hand, and the other holds a torch. You remember seeing creatures like these on one of your adventures in the past. They are kobolds, very evil creatures that would attack you immediately if they discovered you. Well, lords, you're ready to attack. Are you ready to attack them? Whisper. I don't know, says the trembling halfling. They're not much bigger than I am, but they sure look mean. Do you really think we can win? They look tough. They look awful tough. Okay. Pika Pika, yeah. Are you saying he's hiding a small electric mouse in there? Back when kobolds were different. That's the way I still do my kobolds, said Lordly. Wait, doggy kobolds or lizardly kobolds? Doggy kobolds with lizard tails. They're not dragonkin in mine, and they weren't back in these days here. Loris, you say, they are mean, evil, and tough. But if we work together, we can take them. What do you say? We got a new choice. If you wish to attack the kobolds, turn to page 17. If you choose to slip unseen into the corridor on your left, turn to page 19. All right. Attack or slip away unseen down the corridor. I agree. Not my kobolds 2024. They're nasty little fiends. Yes, they can be. All right. So what do you guys want to do? Attack or slip away into the corridor unseen? Time to get a drink between reading. They're just kobolds. Spytex wants to go back to the pile. Yeah, I can do that. We can do that. I can back up. I can give you that option. I do know where that page is. So. Clumpier is back. But you don't want to attack the kobolds? All right, guys. I'm guessing, Ray, that means you want to fight. Oh, see, all your cat boxes belong to me. I don't know about that. It's a pile of litter. It may well be, Ray. You guys didn't check it out, so we don't know. Good thing I have a really big one. Yeah, we do. It's a nice covered one, so the cat has privacy. The reason why we have a covered one is so the cat doesn't dig all the damn litter onto the floor. That's why we have a covered litter box. Because it always comes with a privacy door. I don't care. All right, Rudini said fight. That's what Logan said, yes. Good thing I have a really big one, yes. Yes, sir. All right, we got 2 for fight, and it looks like I don't know if anybody else is going to vote, but the 3 of you. So I'll give another minute here. We'll see how we're proceeding. I don't know who all's still around. Know we got some people watching, but they may not want to decide. So let's see what we got. All right, Sith. You say fight, then we fight. If not, we'll see if somebody else wants to vote, or we'll give it another minute, then fight. Kobolds are watching. All right, looks like we're going to fight, sir. But yeah, I agree. The kobolds are watching, not in front of the Klingons. Bobby says, I'm here but zoning out. A little wicked tired. That's cool. You can just listen. But you can join in whenever you want to as well, Bobby. Are you going to take off? All right. Well, you have a good day. We'll see you later. Okay, time to fight. All right, so if you wish to attack the kobolds, turn to page 17. And I better keep this page up. The kobolds are peering into the darkness, concentrating on something farther down the corridor because their attention is focused elsewhere. You are able to sneak up behind them, unheard and unseen. Before the vicious creatures are aware of you, you strike one with your sword, and Loris hits the other with a large rock. Ray says, run a little late for that, Ray. I mean, rips of TG Forgotten Realms while watching. Cool. You mean backstab. Okay. That's kind of what happened here, yeah. As the kobolds fall, they drop their torch and it goes out. Darkness surrounds you. Listen, cries Loris, clasping your arm. You hear the noise the kobolds were listening to. A faint clacking noise seems to be moving towards you. Here, says Loris. I feel another opening to our left. Maybe we should run for it. No, let's find out what's coming. You lean forward and attempt to figure out what the noise could be, but the mysterious noise has faded away. Listen, it's stopped. Maybe it took another path, you say. Something of great pain shoots through your leg. Something has bitten you on the ankle. You reach down and touch an antenna and a pair of pincers. Ow! Something has bitten you savagely on the hand. Loris, you scream. It's a giant ant! Ow! 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 Ants! They're all around us, shouts Loris. Help! They're biting me! Oh, I'm getting eaten up! Help! Ow! Get away from me! Carrick, help! I don't want to be eaten by a bug! I'm hitting them, but it doesn't do any good! Help me! Angry clicking sounds come from all sides now. If you want to stay and fight them, turn to page 24. If you want to try to escape down the corridor on your left, turn to page 27. Well, I gotta say so far, this one has the most choices of any that we read. It's kind of fun. Yes. All right, so Hack says listed but watching. That's cool. Keep listening. Fill another opening. I don't want to hear it. Yep, ants. The vomit. Run faster than him. Grab the little man and run. Got 2 for run. Anybody else? Looks like you guys are the ones voting tonight. Yeah, Victor may show up late too. He hasn't missed one yet. This will be a first. Okay, so we got 2 for run. Run, 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 run. I think I might listen to some more Pink Floyd tonight. All right. Looks like run it is, unless anybody has any objections. We're going to try to run down the corridor. On your left, turn to page 27. The options, Hack, are run or fight. And you're being attacked by ants. And I'm sorry. I almost forgot to show you the picture. Giant ants. Dun, dun, dun. He says, fight, fuck it. That a large ant. Okay, so 1 for fight, 2 for run. Anybody else want to weigh in? I was raised not to run from ants. So now we have 2 for fight and 2 for run. So what you guys want to do, just decide as a group. Do you want to change their vote, or are we gonna roll a die? I can roll dice. That ant can cut you in half, man. That's a possibility. I do have all my dice sitting right here. Well, not all my dice, but my referee dice, and then I got my player dice. My cool little Avengers dice set. I will just bust out a 6-sided die. Common die. Let's see. I was raised not to start fights with ants. And there's going to be more. And then he become ant poop. I don't know, you guys. It looks like you're going to have me roll. All right. All right, so Run was got the first votes. So 1 to 6, on a 6-sided die. 1 to 3 is Run. 4 to 6 is Fight. You guys ready for this? All right. I was raised not to become poop of any creature. So does that mean you still want to fight, or you want to run? There, Sith Lordly. Come on, 7. I don't think that's an option, Ray. It's just a standard 6-sided die. We fight all day, all right? I'm rolling. Okay, 1 to 3, run. 4 to 6, fight. Let me say, I'll run faster than Rue and Tiger, so I have the least chance to become a pile. All right, looks like he's changing his vote to run. All right, we don't have to roll. So I'll set that over here. All right, looks like we're running, guys. That is the consensus. A pile of poop is the consensus. We don't want to be that. There we go. All right. Help, Carrick! Help! Ouch! Ow! Ooh, cries the halfling. They're biting me! Kicking your way through the nasty, sticking creatures. You reach the weeping halfling side, throwing him over your shoulder. You quickly dash down the side corner. After escaping the ants, you set Lawrence on his feet and ask, "Halfling, are you injured?" "Oh, I'm fine," Lawrence mutters, wiping his eyes with the back of his hand. "I don't like those nasty bugs." He continues, "Maybe they're paying me back for all the times I squashed them when I was young." Ray says, "A club." And Tiger says, "He actually sounds like he likes it." Kind of. Okay. "Maybe, you say, but come down. They aren't following us, and we must go on." "I know, Carrick," he says. "You don't really need me. Maybe I should just leave. I don't like all these little creatures and bugs, and they're not much help. Wouldn't you be better off without me? You could move much faster without me." Turn to look down at the halfling, who chews a piece of his beard nervously and avoids your eyes. Suppose I could do that one. Okay. Now that shampoo. Okay. Let's see. Pack says down the corridor, "Use spider, baby." No, we need bait. I think the halfling is bait. "Can't lose my mini human shield." That's right. Right on, Tiger. Yep. "If you really want to leave, Loris, I won't stop you. I'll be disappointed, though. I thought you were a companion I could count on. Was I wrong? Have you run from danger so often that you can't do anything else? I won't force you to do anything. If it is not your choice to accompany me, you are free to go, but I shall miss you. It's not that I want to leave, Lauren says uncertainly. It's just that I'm so scared and I don't like all those bugs chewing on me. You're so big. Think how I felt down here. Almost like looking eyeball to eyeball with them and watching them lick their nasty chops over me. It was scary. It's like staring at a giant. You can see that, can't you? Lordy says Tiger feeds this guy so he doesn't eat his beard. Feed this guy. Okay. I do feed him. Can't you tell? Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I've lost a lot of weight this last couple of years. All right. Yes, I can. I guess I can, you say. I'm sorry if I spoke harshly, but I need to know that I can depend on you. We're partners now, and a partnership has to be built on trust and respect. Laura sighs deeply and says, you can depend on me. I'm not going anywhere except where we both decide to go. I'll still be scared, mind you, but nobody has needed or wanted me before. I've never been anybody's partner before, horseshoe. As long as you need me, I'll stay, but I don't like bugs. Your laughter breaks the heavy mood. All right, Loris. I promise I'll never ask you to like a bug. Now let's be on our way. Tell the little guy, toughen up, little princess. That's pretty much what he said, too. You clap the halfling on the shoulder and turn your attention to the new tunnel. You feel your way along in the darkness until at last you see a light glimmering in the distance. Cautiously, the two of you move toward it. You look trustworthy to me, yeah. I'll never ask you to like a fart. Or delicious. Oh, okay. Is that what you said? No, I'll never ask you to like a bug. That's what I said. I didn't say fart. It doesn't even rhyme, man. All right. As you near the lighted room, you hear drip, plop, splat. Sounds like a slowly dripping water. You move slowly, even though your every wish is to leave the dark, scary corridor behind you. Your fingers encounter the opening of another corridor. Dim light filters down this corridor. Although you would like to know more about this dimly lit corridor, you decide to explore it later. Moving carefully ahead to the opening of the room, you peek around the edge of the doorway. While you see it so amazing, you wonder if you have lost your senses. In the torchlight, you see a gigantic toad sitting on a rock in the middle of a stream. It is large enough to swallow a man in a single gulp, and it is obvious it has done so in the past. Many bones, both large and small, lie scattered on the sand on either side of the stream. You have never seen a giant toad before, but you have heard of them. This toad wears the tattered remains of a beautiful purple cloak draped over its back. Ooh, they gave us a picture. All right. Too bad these all, I like the way it looks, but too bad they're not in color. Can't see that it's purple. What we got here? We got eyes. Well, this book Cave of Vermin? No, it's Dungeon of Dread, sir. Kiss the Frog. Yeah, when I saw the cloak, I'm thinking Frog Prince. Crickets, whispers Loris. That frog is big enough to swallow a horse. All right, we got a new mulligan page here. If you wish to enter the room and fight the toad, turn to page 49. No tongue, always tongue. No. Okay, we got a mixed consensus here. So if you wish to enter the room and fight the toad, we'll turn to page 49. Your other choice is if you decide that a giant toad wearing a cloak is still a giant toad and too dangerous to attack, you may explore the dimly lit passage. Turn to page 43. So, fight the toad or explore the dimly lit passage. Tongue of the dark. Does its toes smell like bacon? I don't know if I want to get that close. Okay. All right, so we fighting or exploring the dimly lit passage? Yeah, no feet are right there. Let's see. Hack wants to fight. Can't talk to the toad. It's wearing clothes. That wasn't one of the options. Sorry, Ray. No feet. I agree. What were the options again? Fight or explore a dimly lit passage? No toad feet. No. It'd be a little slimy. So yeah, it's fight or explore the dimly lit passage back the way we can. Yeah, we passed. I like the little almost like stripy camouflage on this toad. If I can get it to focus. There we go. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we got Hack says fighting. Rudini says squish. I'm guessing that maybe fight. Tiger wants to explore the passage before we got to the toad. Well, yeah, we are already at the toad, so fight or go back and explore the passage. Fight or explore. I think we'll change up the music just a little bit. All this music is by Jay Taro from Would Never Stop Us, provided by Jay Taro. Good stuff. Some of them are a little louder, some are a little lower, but they're nice background. All right, let me see. This says explore. So it might have too much tongue for me. We never run from toads. Toads. All right, so we have 2 for explore. And Ray, I'm guessing you said fight, so it looks like we might have a tie again. Never stop us, yes, sir. Yes, my nephew provides a lot of the music we use on this show. The rest of it I kind of get from Clip Chat for fine free. Except for one exception. I did explore a little bit and used Audio Tool. I've got a new one I'm going to be checking out to make my own music for my new mag intro. So, military action game. Yeah, fine. Great. So we have 2 for fight and 2 for explore. Unless we have a change vote, I'm going to have to roll the dime. It's up to you guys. Oh, we need one more person. Where's Victor when we need him? Gotta try that AI music thing. Yeah, Kate's been using. I know, huh? I couldn't figure out how to make it work though. If she gave me the same one she's using, the one she gave me was Pika, I think, and that one didn't work very well. At least for me, it gave me like a 4-second clip of nothing I asked for, really. He gave me one thing, but if I asked for 2 things, it would only give me the one. It was weird, but that's AI. You know, some of it's difficult to work with. Some of it's really easy to work with too. So, just depends on what you're using. Ray wants me to roll 11 on a 6-sided die. Tiger says she's music to you challenge. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, you have good taste in music. There's a little about it. I wonder why. And 11's even better than a strike. Yeah, we had to have that one tonight. I thought Mid-Journey might have a free version. No. On Discord, you can if you have certain bots. I do a limited version of it, but it's not very good. Strike. All right, well, unless I have an objection, I'm gonna roll. Okay. Low roll, fight 1 to 3. High roll is explore the dimly lit passage. What we got here? Can't just write and record music the old-fashioned way, but doing it through AI can be quick. Yeah. You can. Okay, yeah. Well, I wish I could. I don't know anything about music, to be honest with you. Yeah, at least not the notes and all that stuff. I never did take chorus or band or anything like that. So you pay $30 a month, be $100 for the same service. Right? Who needs work? All right, I'm gonna roll. High for low for 1 to 3 for fight. High for the dimly lit passage exploring. And I rolled a 3, so it looks like we're gonna fight. You guys win this time. All right. Did you tell Mid-Journey that? I know. All right, we're gonna do mulligan page here, so we can come back and try the exploration if we die. So let's see what we get here on page 49. Yeah, these old endless quests, but you can die pretty easy sometimes. Whoa! Hack says, yes, we fight. He says, shh, don't tell it. Anyway, there's a cool picture here of you facing off against the frog. Yeah, that frog looks awesome, I have to say. That's some good artwork for these old black and white. Oopsie. First we feast. Yeah, we're going to become Toad Boop. Let's see, at this point, Mid-Journey is paying for itself for my monetization. That's cool. You're flipping me off, lol. Frog wearing a cape shit. Yeah, he's wearing a cape. That's what it said in the description earlier. You cautiously step into the room, and Loris calls, careful, Carrick. At the sound of the halfling's voice, the toad hops around to face you. You advance slowly. When you are within 4 feet, the toad's tongue lashes out and strikes your shield. Your shield is wrenched from your arm with incredible force. The shield disappears down the frog's throat, but it is quickly spat out. The frog is interested in more tasty prey. You. The toad stares at you with big, blinking eyes, bunching up its massive legs. It springs straight at you. Startled, you fall backwards with your sword raised. A second later, the entire bulk of the toad falls and impales itself on your sword. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, frog wearing cape shit. Better than ant poo, I guess. That's classier, hack. Tongue lashing damage. Yeah, just the shield so far. No pants, though. Nope. He's doing a no pants dance. All right, let's see what happens here. You feel tremendous pressure on your chest as the weight of the creature settles upon you. Its rough, warty skin presses into your face. You cannot breathe. You have killed it, but it will smother you. Slowly the weight begins to ease. Relief floods your body when you can at last force your lungs to draw air. As you breathe in, you notice a white cloud hovering above you, and you realize that a small weight still pins you to the floor. Fanning away the cloud, you see the body of a large human fighter. Carrick, cries Loris. Are you all right? Its small head appears and fans away the white cloud. Yes, I think so, you answer, trying to move the man from your legs and sit up. As you move the man, he opens his eyes, looks at you, and whispers, Thank you. Thank you for freeing me. And he goes limp and dies. All right, I can hear the comments now. Classic cartoon Toad, yep. Crushed by Toad. The cloud of smoke thickens once again. It covers the man. When you fan the smoke away, the fighter is gone. What magic is at work here? Calvin must be a powerful wizard. Frightening thoughts whirl through your mind. Loris, you ask, did I imagine this? I wish you had, he answered. Then I wouldn't have seen it either.
I told you Calvin had monsters beyond belief, but even I did not know about these poor fellows. This is what happens to those who fall into Calvin's grasp. He changes them into monsters and sets them to guard his dungeon against intruders. Only death can set them free. What shall we do, you ask? Should we go back while we still have the chance?
The fuck BS, yes, sir. Crom. Oh, he was a man.
Yeah, this was a man. Was a man.
All right. The halfling is silent for a minute. Then, stroking his beard, he says,
No, I've been a coward too long. Being 3 feet tall isn't easy. Most things are bigger than me, but it's no excuse for acting like a chicken all the time. You can be as big as a lion outside, but that doesn't matter if you're as small as a mouse inside. To be a lion, all you need is the heart of a lion. I'm still afraid, but I'm not going to turn back. Let's go.
You sit in silence for several minutes, admiring the halfling's courage, and you say, Loris, thank you for your words. I may be bigger and supposedly braver, but I admit I was afraid. I do not see how I can fail with such a brave companion by my side. Come, let us continue. You pick up your shield and leap the stream in one bound. Let's see, Ray says you should stroke your beard when playing this part.
Okay, I will stroke the beard. Yes, stroke the beard. Stroke. Okay.
All right. I need a drink after that, but I got one more paragraph to read. And then we have another choice, guys. You walk down the corridor leading out of the room and are soon faced with another decision. The corridor branches, one passage left, and the other runs right. When Loris listens carefully, he hears very faint laughter coming from the corridor down on the right. He hears nothing from the corridor on the left. Decide to go left, turn to 62. Decide to go right, turn to page 57. Let me see. Room at your lower beard. I'm sorry. It's not that kind of show, man. It's just getting hot in here. It is as long. Hey, no comment. Learn to say no comment. I'm still thinking about the hole. Well, we'll find that on Saturday night. The honey hola on Spike Ticks. The Merkin. All right, I need some liquid here, guys. I will have to fill this back up. All right, so you guys, let me know whether you're on left or right. Sending Logan an industrial-sized Manscaped care package. No blades anywhere near down there, sir. Lotion's nice. Oh, yes, the honey hola. Left. All right, we got one for left. Free, but post the trimming video. Nope, no trimming going on around here. I've never done that, and I have no intention to. Middle? That's not one of the choices, Hack. Oh, no, you missed the choices again. It's left or right, okay? Left or right? You guys. That was a simple choice. Oh. Hello, day. I remember the choices. I had the lasagna. Let's see. Hack says left. Tiger says go with Sith. So that's left. So we got 3 for left. And that makes it unanimous. All right. Left it is. My favorite. All right, so we'll keep this as a mulligan page. Go to page 62. Come back if you guys get killed. As you enter the corridor, you hear the sound of grinding stone and see some dust fall from the ceiling. Something's wrong, you whisper to the halfling. Let's get out of here. You turn around and start retracing your footsteps. However, before you have gone 2 paces, a tremendous roar knocks you off your feet, and the passage before you collapses. When the dust settles, you see the corridor is completely blocked with large boulders, heavy timbers, and dirt. It's impossible, you say. We'll never dig out without tools. We can only go forward. Reluctantly, the 2 of you stagger to your feet, turn around, and walk down the corridor, alert for danger at every step. The corridor ends in a room. A feeling of menace hangs heavy in the air. But what you see seems harmless enough. The room is approximately 20 feet square and dimly lit. The ceiling and walls are rough, with stalactites hanging from the ceiling. The floor is smooth. A stone well, about 3 feet tall, stands in the middle of the room. The well is covered with mysterious carvings of ugly faces. Let's see what we got going on here. Unanimous, yes, sir. It's a trap. Okay. Luckily, the little guy is a tool. Yep. Okay. Sword in hand, you approach the well carefully. Don't do that. Get away, screams the halfling. Stare at the halfling in shock. There's something horrible in there, Laura says, trembling. I can't remember it clearly. Calvin picked me up on my feet and dangled me over the pool. He thought it was funny. I didn't think it was so funny. What kind of monster is it, you ask? I don't know, he answers. I never saw anything like it before. Sneaking carefully up to the well, you glance in quickly and discover it contains only a shallow pool of water. All of your instincts scream, danger! Everything in you says, leave now! But you do not. You can't go back the way you came. And you've come too far to let mysterious carvings around a pool of water frighten you. Uh-oh. You look in again and see the water is crystal clear. You see a bright gold key on the bottom of the pool. The tip of the key is fashioned like a cross with diamonds on each end. Colored gems decorate each corner. The key must be valuable and open the lock to something of great importance. Look, Loris, look, you call. The halfling buries his head in his hands and does not respond. Tiger says, piranha! It's actually acid? All right, we'll see. If the key is important, why would it be left lying around in a pool of harmless water? Perhaps the water is not harmless. You could reach in and see what happens. If a monster does lurk in there, as Loris believes, that would not be a good idea. Looking about the room, you see several things you did not notice at first glance. There are 2 doorways, one to your left and one to your right. Both are dark. You cannot see beyond them. Bones lie scattered on the floor. Loris, bring me one of those big bones. Buddy, it's so tasty. The halfling slowly drags a 3-foot-long bone to you. Picking the bone up, you probe the bottom of the pool gingerly, trying to snag the key. Well, this is kind of perfect for this group. Time for a small person to be a mighty man of valor. Push him in. Okay. Suddenly, the bone is wrenched from your hand with great violence. The water erupts from the pool. A watery-like cobra's head rises out of the pool. It surges at you with its mouth open. You jump back quickly. Once you're out of its striking range, the watery creature sinks back into the pool. See, I told you, but no, you wouldn't believe me, cries the halfling. We've got to go, get out of here before it eats us. Calm down, you say. It can't get us as long as we stay here. It's a water weird. A snake made out of water. It can't leave the pool. I've heard them mentioned in old tales, but I thought they were never real. It looks real enough to me, says the halfling, his teeth chattering. From the pool with the bone. Water snake and not the good kind, that's right. All right, I got a cool picture of it right here, too. And I tell you, this has sparked my imagination over the years. Reading this book when I was younger, I put water weirds, or what we call water snakes, in a lot of different adventures. All right, we got a choice coming up, guys. So we don't need that old mulligan page. You are silent as you try to remember all you have heard of water weirds. You know they will attack any living thing. It drags any creature and strikes into the pool to drown it. Weapons rarely hurt the monster. If you decide you do not wish to fight this dreadful monster, you may choose to leave the key, the room monster, in the room. Okay, so let me see what we got in the chat, then we'll go over the choices. Had all these books, need to buy them back off eBay. Yeah, I've kept mine over the years. I still want a new copy of this one, and I want to try to get the rest of them. I got about half of them. Like a wet willy. Water snake probe, yum. Okay, here are your choices. If you decide to leave, you may leave by the doorway on your left. You notice a cool breeze blowing from this doorway. If you choose this route, turn to page 86. 86, we're out of there. The wetter the port, the better. Yes, sir. Choice number 2. We have 3 choices here. You may leave by the doorway on the right. If you choose this way, turn to page 73. So left or right. Or we can decide to stay and try to get the mysterious key. Turn to page 77. So left, right, or key. Up to you guys. Oh, I need some more of that. Spinetix wants to go for the key. Yes, sir, Mr. Sith Lordly. Key. Think we need the key? That's 2. Get one more. We'll go with key. Are we going to need the key to take the door? Access key. Guess what? That's 4. That's unanimous, guys. All right. 77. We're going for the key. All right. You lean against the far wall and try to figure out what to do next. Should we try to leave? Asked the halfling. Calm down, Loris. Let's think for a minute. This key is of great value, otherwise it wouldn't be so well protected. There must be some way of retrieving it. It might be possible to distract the creature. You creep up to the pool, carrying a large rock and a rib bone with you. Peering over the edge, you see the key lying in the calm pool. So it looks like we're going to go back to what Ray said up here. He said we're going to probe the pool with the bone. Okay, so we got it. Using the right tool of the hole is always good for everyone involved. Calm down and stroke our beards for a minute. Okay. The halfling covers his eyes. I can't look, he says. Tell me what happens. You heave the rock into the opposite side of the pool. The water weird lashes out, flailing the water into a furious froth. You quickly plunge the curved bone into the water and drag it across the bottom of the pool, trying to catch the key. As you drag the boat across the pool, you feel a powerful jerk, and the water weird pulls it from your grasp. The water weird sways above the surface of the pool, hissing. Finally, it submerges. The halfling peers through the slits of his fingers. Are you still alive, he asks. Of course I am, you snap. You are shaken, but unhurt. You're puzzled because the bone touched solid, nothing solid in the pool. How could you see a key that is not there? Okay. Let's see here. Okay. That's okay, room. That's my beard. Is the bone not in the right tool? Beard says yep. Tiger says she likes the bone. Okay. All right. Kabone. Kabone. Okay, let's see. Oh no, pond froth. Okay. If the key is not there, where is it? You search the rough ceiling and see a glimmer. Moving to the far corner of the room, you see a gleam of gold and a flash of green. You can't be sure that what you see is the key. Moving to the middle of the room, you can at last see the mysterious key
is attached to the ceiling by 2 thin wires. I know where it is, you say, but how do I get it? An idea forms in your mind. Perhaps you could use the sword to pry the key, your sword to pry the key from the ceiling, but you must catch it before it falls into the pool, or it will be lost forever. Lawrence, come here, you say. I need help. The halfling steps forward trembling, but ready. Okay, let me see. That's a Pokemon deer. Hey, must be in the hole. Kiki must be in the hole. Pronounced Cubo. That's right. I'm sorry. Somewhere Dave collects just faded the Pokemon pronunciation. I apologize, Dave, for the lousy Pokemon pronunciation. Toss the dwarf. Well, we don't have a dwarf, but we have a halfling. All right. Jake would be crying. It's his favorite. Yeah, that's right. Cubone. I'm sorry. I was thinking Cupbone. Come on. It's Cubone, yes. All right. Yeah. Before I continue, we do have a question in the chat, a poll, if you will. Looks like some of you have already checked it out. We got 10 votes for next time. So far, we got the choices are Mountain Bears, Revenge of the Rainbow Dragons, or Night of the Tiger to read next time. 80% are looking at Night of the Tiger. Cool. We'll check it out before we go. Let me see. All right, let's continue. Get ready to catch the key, you say. Take off your cloak and hold it in your left hand. You hold your sword in the other. With a swift movement, you flip your cape over the surface of the well and sweep your sword upwards. Snap! Pry the key from the ceiling. It falls and lands on the cloak. Quickly, you flick your sword forward and, catching the broad surface of the key, flip it away from the pool. It tumbles through the air and Lawrence leaps forward to catch it. He opens his hands, and there you see the key. The water weird hisses in frustration and snaps at your cloak. You jerk your cloak from the water weird's grasp and step back. Catch it, my cloak. Lawrence proudly hands you the key to you, and you study its incredible beauty. It lies heavy in your hand, sparkling with gold and jewels. You study the key for several minutes longer, and slip it into your pouch and tighten the strings. Glancing at the well one last time, you turn to continue your adventure. A cool breeze blows down the corridor on the left, and you can see that the corridor runs uphill. You cannot see or hear anything in the right-hand corner. Okay, we got 2 choices. Again, left or right. But there's a picture of the key right there. Look at that interesting shape on that. Let's see. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Yeah, I can't imagine why. Ha-ha, take off your pants and jacket. Yes, I've heard that before, yes. Erotic novel, geez. Okay. That's mine too. Okay, I get it. All right. Left, right, left, right, left. Let's do this. All right. We got 1 for left, 1 for right. Your left, your right, left. Well, I have the G.I. Joe gamer. I mean, let's put it in military terms. We got a second one for left, so looks like it's on you, Rue. What you want to do, Rudini? Aside from talk about erotic novels. One more and we'll be a circle. I rolled a left. Am I getting drunk yet? So it looks like we have 3 lefts, Hack. Go left, sir. Okay. To go to the left, we turn to page 86. Well, how would they know if we had the key or not? All right. That's where they asked us to turn last time. Yes, you are getting drunk, according to the tiger. As you travel down the corridor away from the water weird, you see that another passage opens to the left. It is dimly lit, but you see nothing. Let's stay out of that corridor for now, you say. Let's see. Hack says, we go left and we end up at the hole at the beginning. Hey, right like I said I did. Sweet. Okay. As you continue down the corridor, you see stone faces carved in the side of the corridor. The faces have ugly, snarling features. Yes. We like the hood. Okay, gosh, Carrie, Laura says, look at those ugly faces. As you proceed, the carvings become larger, ordered now flanked by man-sized stone monsters with such hideous expressions you are almost too terrified to walk past them. They're only stone, Loris, you say, with more courage than you feel. The two of you creep along under the gaze of the stone monsters. A large torchlit room opens before you. Large wood beams rise on both sides of the doorway. You notice the corridor continues on the other side of the room. If they talk, I run. Okay. All right. As you examine the room, you feel as though 1,000 eyes are watching you. Before you stands the most horrible collection of statues you have ever seen. Stone monsters only a madman can imagine. Leer down at you from their pedestals. You stand in the doorway, too frightened to continue. It is well that you do so. For one of the statues moves. It is a living gargoyle. Dun, dun, dun. It is the size of a man, but is the color of stone. Bat-like wings rise from its back, and its knife-sharp hooks on its elbows and knees. A long spiral horn protrudes from its forehead. The gargoyle's hands end in long, sharp claws, and it has a long, whip-like tail. The halfling presses to your side and raises his small shield to hide behind. You know gargoyles are ferocious predators that attack anything and love to torture their prey. You also know they sometimes serve an evil master. It is possible that the gargoyle is Calvin's servant. Perhaps the wizard is near. Let's see. You were thinking Medusa or Basilisk? I kind of was too, because Lars at the beginning did mention a Basilisk. Oh, not that bad then? Just a gargoyle, you think? Okay. All right, we got some choices here. If you think you must fight the gargoyle, even though it is one of the fiercest creatures you expect to meet in the dungeon, enter the room and turn to page 100. If you do not wish to fight the gargoyle, return to the dimly lit corridor you passed earlier and turn to page 81. Gargoyle. Gagoogly. All right, fight the gargoyle. Go back. Up to you guys. We got somebody thinking. Too bad. Comics Pro is actually pros and cons. He's actually drawing some G.I. Joe stuff tonight. I might have to catch the replay of that. Let's see. Drop the bait and run, so you want to head back. Hack wants to fight. I'm kind of with Hack on this one. You guys get 2 votes for fighting. I'm going for fighting. I'm going to vote this time. How can we fail? Fight. That's 2 for fight. I think we're going to fight, but let's see what everybody else wants to do. You still around, Sif? I'll bust out the katana and ride towards the guard. All right. Looks like it's almost unanimous, Tiger. Yes, but our weapon is magical. Okay. Oh, it looks like we're fighting. Did you all want to fight too, Tiger? It looks like it don't matter. Oh no, your weapon is not magical. I'm sorry, I read that differently. Okay, there's a picture of the gargoyle and it's pretty awesome. So we'll fight. So our weapon is not magical. All right. Look at that nasty horned beast. It's a you, gargoyle. Gargle the gargoyle. Yes, Ray. Gargle the gargoyle. You might. If it gores you. All right. Tiger says we're going to die. Here we go. You doubt the corridor behind you holds anything less hideous than the gargoyle. Your heart racing wildly, you decide to take your chances with the gargoyle. Tiger says, we need magic. Hack says, nah, he looks like a biatch. All right. Slowly you edge around the corner of the wooden beam on the side of the doorway. Laris, who has remained close by your side, stumbles over a rock and falls full length above the ground with a large whomp. Your courage fails you, and your feet refuse to move. You stand frozen with fear. The gargoyle swivels its ugly head to your direction and gives a terrible shriek. Leaping down from its pedestal, it prances and dances like a demon, flapping its wings and drawing ever closer and closer. Red Carrot, Red, don't stop for me, cries the halfling. But you cannot leave your friend. Your gargoyle's eyes fix on you, still standing in front of the wooden beam. The gargoyle is now only 10 feet from you and continues to prance about, showing exactly what it plans to do to you. At last, bored with taunting, the gargoyle draws back and lowers its head until the spiral horn points at your chest. It runs towards you. Ray says, do that again, Gara. I'm not going for that one. Hey, making room. I don't want to know. Well, here he comes. Straight at your chest. Waiting until the last minute, you fall and lay at the base of the wooden beam. The gargoyle charges over you, and unable to stop, its rush slams into the beam so hard it impales its horn deep into the wood. Try as it might, it cannot pull its horn out of the beam. Its screams echo through the room and down the corridor. The beast's arms and legs kick and flail, battering you. Quickly scrambling to your feet, you and Loris race off into the corridor on the opposite side of the room. So you decide to run, and then it makes you run anyway. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Ray says, can't leave your friend. You don't know me. Got to go to work later on. Well, thanks for hanging out with his cell phone. Sith says, Logan and Rue going to share a romantic bow. No, thanks. Later. Cell phone. Later, cell phone. No, I can't even think about looking at Balut. And Ray says, nudge the Balut over like Lady of the Tramp. No, I'm not no Balut for me, man. No, thank you. All right, wants us to turn to page 94. Love getting his Quest books. Oh, this one's got a choice, so we're going to have a new mulligan page. This corridor is smooth and well lit, gripping your sword and your mirror bright shield firmly as you stride down the passageway. You come to an archway in front of you. The sound of heavy breathing comes from beyond. A cool breeze blows down a tunnel running uphill on your left. Suddenly, mocking laughter rings out from the archway, and a deep voice says, well done, fighter. Hello again, halfling. You surprised me. I had not thought to see you again. There was a long silence. Maybe we should turn back, says Loris. That sounds like Caliban. The treasure is probably very close, you say. I don't want to give it up yet. I missed it. Do we win? No, not yet. California rolls and balloon. Not my style, but the tiger might go for the California rolls. Not so sure about the balloon. All right, we got a couple of choices here. If you choose to seek the treasure and possibly face Calvin, go down the tunnel. Now, what happened with the gargoyle is he got impaled, and we left it there. Let's see. Stroke the beard when you cackle. Sorry. Okay. Just for that. All right. So your choices are to seek the treasure and possibly face Caliban, or you can avoid the wizard, go back up the corridor on the left, and turn to page 81. So 108 to face Caliban, or 81 to go back and try some more. So do we go to the end, or do we go back and continue the adventure? Chat was too funny. Okay. Yeah, I figured you meant against the gargoyle. Okay. I agree. It's been a good day. But then again, these endless quest book reads usually are. All right. Face the wizard. Wow, Tiger wants to fight. Ray wants to fight. Face him. That's two.
But y'all else want to throw down? Give me a drink before we read in. Mortal Kombat music ensues. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here we go. We fight. Cast magic missile at the wizard. All right, it's unanimous. We fight wizard. Sounds good to me. All right, so page 108, and I have no doubt this will be the end of this adventure. Well, yep, there it is. So I'll hang on to that. Got a picture here, but I'm gonna read this page first. Tiger says, "I'm biting." Listen, you say, we can handle it. I know we can. Why does everyone think it's so terrible? It doesn't look very dangerous. How can anything like okay, wait a minute. That's the wrong one, Sherry. I was a page off. Yeah, this leads to a new set of choices. So this may not be the end, but we may get a choice to how we want to end it. We'll see. Well, you say, shaking yourself, I guess this is what we came for. If we've come this far, we might as well see it through. With great caution, the two of you approach a bend in the passage and slowly peek around the corner. A large cavern lies before you. Gold coins lie in heaps on the sandy floor. Gems sparkle every color of a rainbow over the entire floor. Hack says, we hold him while Tiger bites him to death. Rare. Ray says, agreed. A large cavern lies before you. Okay, that's what I said. Gold coins lie everywhere. Heavy silver bricks are stacked in great mounds near the walls. Your breath is taken away by the vast treasure. Far more treasure than any person could ever use in a lifetime. That ain't true. Anyway, my apologies, Loris, you say. I thought you were exaggerating, but you were not. It does seem that all the world's treasure is here. At last, reason returns to both of you. You were so dazzled by the treasure, you failed to notice some other details of the cavern. 2-inch iron bars protect the treasure. They would be impossible to break. The only opening of the barrier is a small iron door with an unusual keyhole, shaped like a cross with a diamond on each end. Eric, look at all those statues. Don't they look odd? You notice a number of statues standing around the iron bars. Some of them actually clutch the bars in their hands. The statues are remarkably lifelike. They are humans, halflings, elves, and even a dwarf. Both of you move closer, marveling at the workmanship of the statues. They are very lifelike. You're right, Loris. Look at their expressions. More than half wear expressions of horror on their faces. Many have raised hands as though protecting themselves from danger. What kind of sculptor would have created such strange figures? It's all fake. The lighting is fantastic. Where's that again? Oh yeah, in my pocket. The key, yeah. All right, we got a picture on. There we go. It's funny how they kind of make that image of the person turned to stone look a lot like your character. Hey, Bert's Beats. Hey, Bert, how you doing? We're about to probably finish this up here and read this quest book tonight. Everybody in the chat's making the choices. All right. Probably only got one more choice here. Suddenly, a terrible thought enters your mind. Loris, you ask, do you think these statues were not sculpted? Maybe they were living beings who were turned to stone. Remember the words written on the entrance? Watch the water. That is not water, and beware the basilisk. I think we've stumbled into the basilisk lair. The fate of the statues, who were once living beings, is now clear. Anyone unfortunate enough to look into the basilisk instantly turns to stone. There is no escape. What can we do to protect ourselves? Asked the halfling wildly. I don't want to be a statue. Quickly, you think of all you know about the dreadful creatures. A basilisk is a reptilian monster nearly 10 feet long. The only way to protect yourself from turning to stone is to reflect the basilisk's gaze back into its own eyes, so it will be turned to stone. Suddenly, the heavy breathing becomes louder. Oh no, it's the basilisk. You don't dare turn around. Loris, you whisper, don't turn around, whatever you do. Do not turn around. You stand in place, eyes tightly closed, trying to think of your next move. Evil laughter bursts forth, and a voice hisses. Do you know our secret fighter? Come, turn around and meet my pet. Not many come this far, and none leave, except, of course, your small friend. It seems I made a mistake. But who expects worms to grow backbones? This dungeon is a profitable and pleasant place for me, and I do not intend to let you spoil my fun. Come, turn around. We got here. Basilisk, use the shield. Who that shiny shield? Where that shiny shield? Marion, whatever you do, don't look. Point the shield at the wizard first. Okay, I was thinking the same thing, but I'll let you guys come up with that stuff on your own. A wild plan forms in your mind. You don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try. Anything is better than becoming the newest statue in the wizard's collection. Quickly, you whisper your plan to Loris. Slowly, the two of you lower your heads and raise your shields at the same time. The highly polished surfaces cover your faces. Perhaps you could reflect the horrible creature's gaze back into its own eyes and turn it to stone. You spin around to face the basilisk. You hear it hiss as it approaches, and feel its hot breath on your legs. Abruptly, there is a crunching, crackling, splintering sound, and then there is only silence. Calvin, you call out, we would go in peace. There is no answer. Carrick, the halfling says, the breathing has stopped. Let's see. Sith Lordly says, this isn't really Logan. It's an AI hologram. It drinks to fool us. I like hot breath on my legs, says the tiger. This is very true. All right. You peer out from behind your shield. At first you see only sand. Then you see a scaly hide. But the hide is made of stone. The basilisk lies on its head in the sand, frozen forever in stone. It worked, Loris. Our plan worked. But where is Calvin? Asked Loris. Maybe he fled, you respond. There is the dead basilisk. I can hold it steady. Look at this. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, it looks like narrative-driven art. That would be Kate. I put up a new video. Haha. See, Hack says my shield would have a middle finger drawn on it. Ray says, haha, as long as it doesn't affect the reflection capabilities. I agree. AI Logan, Sprite Ticks, oh no. Okay. Yeah, Kate from Narrative Driven Art, she puts out a lot of really good music videos that she makes entirely with AI. The singing, the music, the images, everything. It's pretty cool. She does some really good work on Narrative Driven Art. So if you haven't subbed up, I'm pretty sure that I have a link to that in the description, but I will take a real quick look over here. And yes, I do. Narrative Driven Art is in the description. I'm pretty sure I have pretty much everybody here in the description, except for Hack, who I'm just getting to know, which is cool. And maybe not Bert. I think Bert's in there too. But yeah, Modern Day Breakfast Club. I should start putting a hashtag on all my videos. Let me see. It's not over yet. You got one more choice there, Sith Lord. How many CGPs do we get? Let's see. Endless quest points. Dish them out. Nope, not yet. You killed my precious. I guess I'll run. Rue has a lot of chat points. Yes, he does. He says yes. Okay. So we got one more choice. If you want to search the room, turn to page 115. 2. Perhaps Calvin fled when you turned his basilisk to stone. You may try to open the lock guarding the treasure. Turn to page 113. So search or open the lock. I put that on everything like Frank's Red Hot. Yeah, I should start doing that too, buddy. I definitely have it on my Friday show tomorrow night, so if there's a hashtag on that one. Didn't think about putting it on these ones. I probably should. Let me get my hat straight. Let's see. Open the lock. That's a nice choice. We need loot. So, search the room or open the lock. 3,000 or so videos now. That's cool. And we just hit over 600 last night. We effing need money, bills, and shit. That's right. Maybe he's hiding in plain sight. Here's an interesting question. Yeah, looks like Bobby wishes everyone a happy new year. All right. So we got 2 for open the lock. Looks like Tiger wants to examine the room, if I'm guessing correctly. So search the room or open the lock. Shit, lordly, sure. What answer do you have for us? And Bert, you can vote too if you like. Look behind the curtain. That's 2 for examine the room. Yep, search around, yes. All right, we got 3 for search there, Hack. Yeah, I voted again, sir. Sorry. Bert says, yay. Thought Bobby fell asleep. Yeah, me too. She might have had something set up to post later. Examine. Okay. All right. Well, there's no need for a tiebreaker. We got 4 for examine the room. Bert, you choose. Yeah, well, she's trying to sleep. Yeah, tiebreaker, no. I was waiting for the invitation. Hello, Superior Cyber Godzilla. How you doing, sir? We're just about to probably wrap this up. She said, Lord said, me and Chappie always give the same answer. Let's see. We search for more holes. Share a few brain cells. Yeah. You wasted a few brain cells together. Soups Gajira. Yes, sir. All right. So, looks like we're going to search the room. All right. So,
Calvin steps into your sight. Here I am, worms. Straight into that. Wow, cool. Here I am, worms, he says. My little joke has gone on too long. What shall I do with you? Maybe I'll turn you into slugs. Then I'll step on you whenever I please. How about a fair fight, Calvin, you ask. Don't be silly, fighter, he answers. I didn't study all those years to fight fair. I much prefer fighting like a magic user. He roars with laughter and shoots 4 bursts of silver white light from his fingertips. You, the halfling, jump for cover. We're swag when we got a magic missile cast. Hashtag more holes. Tiger says, hey, my giant friend. That's right. Okay. Hiding won't save you, my little slugs, he hisses. Your sizzling noises, then a blinding pain surges through your elbow. You have time to do more than gasp. You have time to do more than gasp with pain before 8 more bursts arc towards you. Rolling in terror, you try to dodge, but they follow you and burn into your body. You lay gasping on the ground, dimly aware of Loris whispering in the background. Ooh, look what we got going on. Pretty nasty. Yep, those are definitely magic missile. How they aerially hitting the target. I'm hearing a bedtime story. Logan, you are really getting into it. Great delivery. Thank you, Bert. I am having a good time. Yep, magic missiles. That's right, Ray. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, which is not necessarily the end. Let me see. Yeah, well, let's see what's going on here. Calvin laughs. Do you see what I mean? Now stop your silly whining. Come here, heroes, he sneers. I want to change you into worms. Calvin beckons you with a skinny finger. You find your body crawling to him despite your mind's desire to escape his foul lair. At last you lie stretched out on the sand in front of Calvin. Loris moans softly as he crawls to your side. My sweet pet, Calvin croons to his stone basilisk. I shall avenge you. Shall I turn them into slugs or little black spiders? Both squish nicely when you step on them.
Did the wizard kill us? Oh, not yet. Find your fate books. I missed those. Yeah. Well, these are Endless Quest books, buddy. I fight it. We'll see what happens.
Your skin crawls. You do not want to be turned into any kind of bug. If only you could draw your weapon. Suddenly the halfling's furious voice screams, "No! You are going to turn me into a bug! I hate bugs!" You lift your head in amazement as Loris flings himself at the wizard. "I don't want to be a bug!" screams the halfling, locking his arms around Calvin's knees and struggling to topple the evil wizard. Calvin's amusement turns to anger. He finds it difficult to pull the halfling away. Calvin raises his hands and points his fingertips to the halfling. Loris screams, "No! I don't want to be hurt either!"
Let's see. Ray says Bernie likes it. That's why he's doing it. Going to DM an AD&D campaign. Well, I have. I prefer to run my Lenharo games, Ray.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. I don't want to be hurt either.
He's already a bug. That's me, Ray.
Okay. He gives a great jerk that throws Calvin off balance. For a moment, the halfling and the wizard sway back and forth. Then the two topple to the ground. Ignoring your pain, you force yourself to your knees and crawl to the struggling wizard and halfling. "Get off me, you miserable halfling! I'll turn you into a centipede!" screams the wizard, attempting to free himself. "I hate bugs! I hate bugs!" screams the halfling. Finally, Calvin wrenches one leg free and kicks at the halfling. You realize this is your only chance. If you are to live, you must do something now. Gathering all your strength, you fling yourself on top of the struggling wizard and grab both of his wrists to prevent him from throwing any more spells. Calvin roars in fury, his evil face only inches from your own. His lips curl back in a dog-like snarl. "You cannot win, fighter," he hisses. "Even with this stupid halfling holding my leg, I am more than a match for you. When you creep through black tunnels on your belly, waving your antenna in the air, you will wish you had never touched me." You are about to reply when the wizard shoves you mightily. Both of you topple, locked in each other's grip. Loris clings as hard as he can to Calvin's legs. "Do something, Carrick," he cries. "Do something." "Do what?" you gasp. "I don't want to be turned into a bug any more than you." Try as you may, you cannot do more than just hold on to Calvin. You are weakening fast. The constant bashing causes your injuries to throb and ache. Risking the chance, Calvin will free himself. You reach down and draw your sword. Calvin dashes you against the cavern wall, and your aching fingers drop the weapon. Calvin yells triumphantly and rolls away. He seizes your sword and flings it across the room. Oh, there's our picture for the final bit here. Let's see. See, a great jerk. Yeah. Entertainment. Now it's a threesome. Ray says yes. Strokes the bears. He means the beard. Yep, I figured. Stroking bears is dangerous for Ray. Depends on the bear. And then Hack says, "Wizard strong shit." Yeah, he is, isn't he, Hack? Rolling away from Calvin, you strike the treasure room bars, realizing you are near the end of your strength. Calvin jumps on top of you. "Now," he hisses, pointing a bony finger at your face. Just as you think the end is near, Calvin screeches terribly and falls aside. "You bit me," the wizard screams. "Let go! Let go!" Loris has wrapped himself around Calvin's legs, his teeth clamped on the evil wizard's leg. You scramble for your sword, but it lies across the room. Your hand fumbles about, searching for anything that could serve as a weapon. Your fingers close upon coins, jewels, a chalice. Useless, all useless. Let's see. Ray says, "Must cast bull string. Bite it off. That dang bony finger." I called it. All right. Suddenly your fingers encounter a slender, heavy metal rod. The rod grows warm as soon as you touch it. As you bring it forward, you see that the rod glows pale green. Calvin's eyes open wide and he grows pale. Horror spreads over his face. He cringes. hands held before him, trying to escape the rod. His mouth moves, but no words come out. Oh, Smeagol! Death by chalice! Okay. You strike Calvin with a rod. Okay. Before your disbelieving eyes, the wizard's body grows stiff, then breaks into dozens of splinters. As you stare at the shattered wizard, you hear hissing. A stinking black cloud explodes from the broken body. You look at Loris. You look at Loris edge. You and Loris edge as far away from the cloud as possible. What will this cloud reveal? The stinking cloud billows and rolls, hiding all that lies beneath it. Loris shivers and clings to you. His teeth chatter with fear. A horrible, ear-splitting, heart-stopping screech assaults your ears, and an inhuman head pokes out of the cloud. It glares at you. It is the ugliest head you have ever seen. It looks like a chicken, but it has no feathers. The eyes are large and lidless. A large curved beak snaps open and shut. The head turns back and forth, the bright red eyes studying the detail of the room. You start to move slowly towards your sword. As soon as you move away, the creature squawks loudly and rises above the cloud on two bat-like wings. It hovers in the middle of the room, too frightening to look upon. But we will anyway. Let me see. That was wild. I need a smoke now. Here we go. This is how I read the directions for putting together furniture. All right. No, we still got a bit to read here. It looks like we got another damn choice. This is awesome. We went the right way for sure. Looks like Red wants to join us. We got, yeah, I know. Tiger Starcross says cockatrice, baby. Let's see, dude, shades of Von Sydow and Conan. Yep. All right. It appears to be a cross between a bird and a snake. A large bird-like body covered with scales hangs suspended between the two large bat-like wings. Dirty white feathery down covers its shoulders, and there are razor-sharp talons on each of its four legs. The creature beats its wings upon the air, uncertainly at first, then stronger at every flap. Carrick, the halfling squeaks. We better do something or that chicken thing is going to eat us. You edge towards your sword. That is the emoji drop bird snake. Okay. Screeching wildly, the creature dives at you. You slash out with the rod, which no longer glowed. To strike it on one white wing. As it swoops by, the sharp talons rip at your clothing. The creature swoops and dives in bat-like bursts of speed. You grow dizzy following its flight. Finally, the creature dives straight forward you, driving its clawed foot deep into your shoulder. It slashes once, then twice, and circles the room. Then its great wings beating, it flies down the black corridor. You collapse to the ground, bleeding. Bogurk! We got chicken bat. I think a lizard. Drop that bird snake, that's it. Drop bird snake, that's it. Okay. Loris rushes to your side and gently cradles your head, ripping cloth from his shirt. He presses it against your wound. He feels your shoulder gently to see what damage the creature did. You are lucky, Carrick. You didn't get your face, but you'll have an interesting scar, that's for sure. Do you think you could get up? That screechy chicken might come back, and I don't want to be here. Although your head spins and your body aches, you struggle to your feet. As you rise, the metal rod tumbles to the ground. Thank heaven for that magical stick, says Loris. We would be crawling along some corridor right now if not for that wand, you say. I don't want to know what it is, but I'm sure glad we found it. I don't think we could have defeated Calaman without it. Calaman, shouts the halfling. Where is he? Where has he gone to? Loris whirls wildly about, searching for the wizard. He's gone, Loris, you say, holding his shoulders. You'll find whatever remains of Calaman when you find that creature. Let's see. Eat the chicken or choke it. Oh, no, really? Choke that chicken. Okay.
See, I don't want to find either one, says the halfling. What was that chicken thing anyway? I don't know, you answer. But if we're lucky, it's the only one of its kind. We must hope it finds our world an unfriendly place and dies. I don't want to think of what might happen if it lives. Only Calvin knew for certain. Does this mean we've won? Asked Loris. Are we rich? Turn and face the locked door to the treasure room. If you have found the key that will fit the door, turn to page 126. We do, so we don't even need to read the other one. It's just if you don't have the key. So we got the key. Okay. You open your leather pouch and pull forth the key you snatched from the water weird's room. With trembling fingers, you fit the key into the lock and turn. The lock clicks and the door opens. The treasure is yours. We'll see, yells Loris, leaping past you and tumbling into the treasure. Wait till Vincent sees some of this. She'll think once or twice before she yells at me again. Not really. Sitting upon a pile of gold, he rains a shower of gems down upon himself. You gaze about the treasure room and say, you realize all this treasure was stolen. We could never hope to find the rightful owners, but we could donate part of it to the poor of your village. There would still be untold riches for us to share. Lawrence stuffs his pockets with gold and sits back on an open chest. What are you going to do with your share, he asked. I think I shall claim this mountain for my own and dedicate myself to stamping out evil. Yes, we got the key. We used the key. Quetzalcoatl in my bed, Ray. Here's another picture. You got some loot. That's right, Hack. We get loot. All right, this is it. And I shall build a school for training of fighters, you continue. Fighters who wish to be good, not evil. And you, Loris the Brave, will be my right-hand man. Halfling rises and walks to your side. His small face looks up into yours and he smiles. He extends his hand. I'm your man, he says. You clap his hand tightly and leave the treasure room. We'll come back for the rest later, you say. You edge past the basilisk and return to the breezy corridor you notice just before you enter Calvin's treasure room. You find a narrow spiraling staircase. The staircase curves upwards for a long time. At last you find yourself standing before a huge boulder that blocks any further progress. Searching its surface carefully, you notice a cleverly hidden latch. You pull it and the boulder swings aside. Sunlight streams in. You are outdoors. You are alive and you have found treasure enough to last several lifetimes. Suddenly the boulder swings shut behind you. You turn around and see nothing but the smooth face of the mountains, but you are not dismayed. You know that when you both return, you will find the entrance and enter the dungeon again, this time as the owners. The end. Dun! Yay! That was a good one, guys. That was awesome. It's my mountain now. Yes, it is. Not a shower of gold. Oh. Let's see. Visions of grandeur dance in our heads. That's right. Well, that was a lot of fun, guys. I really enjoyed that. We went way a little bit over 2 hours here, which is the longest we've done. This is the book, first one I ever read. It's also the first of the series of those Quest books. And I'm going to put the cover up there again. Let's see. We got applause. Thank you, sir. We got to read it again, Daddy. I'm afraid not tonight, but that's a possibility. Damn good shit. Awesome. Thank you, Hack. Bert says encore. Encore. All right, now I'm going to check the poll out and see what we got going on for next time. Okay. The poll says that 25% want Revenge of the Rainbow Dragons, 8 want Mountain of Mirrors, and 67% out of 12 votes want Night of the Tiger. So we're going to go ahead and end the poll, and we're going to say Night of the Tiger has won. We're going to put that in the chat. So next time, we're going to go Night of the Tiger. I'll give you a quick glance at the cover. This is one of the later ones they made in the 90s. I remember reading this one. It was interesting. It's by Jean Rave, who wrote most of these later ones. She was kind of the Rose Estes of the 90s in that sense. Let me see here. We've got Cave of Vermin. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Tiger, tiger, tiger. Let's see. Bert says, I just clicked words. Sorry about my choice. No worries, man. Yeah, tiger. So, that was Dungeon of Dread. We had a good time. We got Night of the Tiger coming up for next time. I'm going to have to actually get a decent scan of this and put it up like this cover here. Let me see. Hey, Kate, you came in just for the ending here. Show the cover again. Okay, there it is. Tiger wearing heels. What the fuck? Let's see. I love that song in Rocky. All right, let me see. I'll put up the cover one last time for a little bit. There we go. And I'll show you guys it up side by side again so you can see how the little differences between the two. Definitely the coloration was a little different, but this one's probably just faded. But as you can see, the newer version has a 1 on it. The original one did not because they didn't know whether it was going to be a series yet. So I really enjoyed reading that with you guys. I hope you did too. Hotness. Okay. Ray said hi to Houdini, and so's Tiger. I mean, Ray is Houdini. Ray said hi to Kate. So's the Tiger. And they're saying hi back. Okay, so let me know what you guys thought about it. Hope you guys had a really good time, like I did. And on that note, I think we're done for the night here. So next time, Night of the Tiger. This time we had Dungeons of Dread, and you know what? Next time I might be putting up some of the older books that we read in the chat again once we start running out. But I will put the option to choose one of the older ones in the poll next time. Let me see here. Fun times. Yes, it was, Ray. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. You okay? Tiger says she loved this one. All right. Reed saying, hey. Kate saying, hey, the spine ticks. Let's see. We got, we will have another one of these, I think the second week in February, like we normally do. This week is early because next week is my son Red's birthday, so we will not be doing anything except for his birthday next week. And Endless Quest will be on the 8th. It'll be the second Thursday in February, and we will be reading Night of the Tiger. So anybody who watches us in the replay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me see here. Hack says, yeah, great book for sure. Dungeons of Dread it's what sold me on the whole Endless Quest book series. So much so I even read it so often the cover fell off. Let's see. Kate says, sucks I came in so late, but I have a limited time and 500 words to write. Hey, no worries. I mean, we're here. And you can watch it replay. Fast Times at Ridgemont High for sure. I don't know about that. Recommend a Logan voice actor reboot, old D&D cartoon. I'd be happy to do it. Let's see. Maybe we should find new Quest books. Yeah, I do want to buy some new ones, but we're not going to run out anytime soon. Like I said, I got a little bit more than 20 of them. So, hello, Adam. Also showing up at the end, but that's okay, buddy. Everybody saying hey. But you guys have any questions for me? Now would be the time to shoot them at me. Give me a drink here. We ran a little long tonight, but it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. See, Hack says, was nice meeting some of you guys. Come check me out later. Good night, everyone. Yes, I've subbed up to Hack, so if you guys have the ability, go ahead. If you have a blue, if you have a moderator, your name is blue, you can click on left click on his name, and you should be able to go to his channel. If you didn't know to do that already. Let's see. Tiger says we might have different ones in the P Troop. Oh yeah, I have some GI Joe ones, like 3 or 4 of those, and so we might add some of those, and then we have some choose your own adventures. Pick a path. Yeah, choose your own adventures. I have one of these, and so we have quite a bit that we can read. Plus, we'll end up getting some more, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, don't worry, Adam. Yep. Like I said, I do a review pretty much every Thursday. I won't be doing it next week because of my kid's birthday, but it's going to be his 17th birthday, so it's going to be a little different. Should be fun, though. Why is the sky blue? I think that has to do with reflection of the atmosphere and not the ocean, but we'll see. Because God wanted it to be blue. That's my favorite answer. That's what she said. Let's see. Bert says our eyes reflection. The sky is actually green. That may be. Let's see. We have Animorphs and Goosebumps too. Yeah, and some of those were Endless Quest books too. Yeah, that's right. Choose your own adventures. Let's see. Adam, we made it to Oregon. Oh, that's cool. You guys played Oregon Trail some more? Oregon, I'm from here. I think they were talking about Oregon Trail, but maybe not. Auction is blue, guys. It is. Okay. Happy birthday to our son. That's cool. We'll let Red Power Ranger fan 27 know. He'll probably be on tomorrow night since the movie for Fridays from the Hilt tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time is going to be Jurassic Park that we're going to be talking about. So you can check out the tribute video for that already. It's up and it has the trailer too. So if you want to watch the movie before we get into our live tomorrow night, that'd be cool. Just so you know what the hell we're talking about. And Hack said he's from Oregon. That's cool. I like Oregon. I've been there a couple of times. It's a very pretty state. Lots of forest land there. I love forest. Let me see. Ray says everybody knows the sky is brown. Yes, Jurassic Park. Yeah, that would be tomorrow. Did I say something different? From farts, it may very well be a haze in the air. Clever girl. Yeah. We like Jurassic Park too. I don't know if I said I love it because I'm not a big dinosaur guy, but I did like Jurassic Park. It's a great movie. Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, Samuel L. Jackson's in it. I mean, there's a lot of really cool actors. A lot of fun to watch. Ray Cal farts. Right. Oh, I got to finish watching it. No worries, man. It's all farts. You know, we have been farting since the beginning of times. So confused, that dang bony finger pointing at the brown sky. Yeah. Even ants? Yeah, maybe. Who likes big butts and he cannot lie? Let's see. Kate says you should try Death Road to Canada if you like Oregon Trail. Haven't played that one either. Don't concentrate on the finger, Bert. Spielberg director, so it's a classic. Yep. I agree. It's basically the first in a series of our Monster Month starting tomorrow night. We've got coming up this month. We got next week is Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. It's a Godzilla movie. Week after that, we're doing a double feature: Godzilla, King Kong versus Godzilla, and then Godzilla versus Kong. So, the tribute video for King Kong versus Godzilla is already out. The older one from 1963 or 62, I can't remember which. And so after that double feature, the last week, we got Pacific Rim coming up on Fridays from the Hill. So that should be fun. And then next month, we'll be doing another review. We got I'm going to be on GM Cody's channel this Sunday. In his we're switching to AD&D starting this Sunday, so that should be fun. So if you don't know about GM Cody, his link for his channel is in the description. Link for most of you guys' channels is in the description. I try to represent my friends. I have to get that in the ones going forward, the Modern Day Breakfast Club. So we can do that here in the chat real quick. Hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club, if I can spell properly. And I can. There we go. And we'll put that up on the screen. Let's see. If we keep chatting, Logan keeps talking, maybe. Well, I'm going to have to sign off here in just a bit. I'm hungry. So that's just had a small part in Pacific Rimming. The Serene looks for the sub. Okay. That's true. But I am going to have to say goodnight, my friends. I love talking to you too, Bert. It's good seeing you guys. And so Kate says no problem. He only breaks for meals. That's right. I break for meals. So I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. And definitely thank you for being here. Thanks for anybody who watches in the replay. Let's see. Spike says gave up that Rudini even though it's just a mouth in the dark. And Hack says good night. It was a great show. And on that note, Logan out.